Hi everybody, welcome back to another balloon tutorial. Today we're going to be twisting this little Jack. The Incredibles 2 is going to be here in a couple months, so this is pretty early, but I heard there's going to be a commercial out soon for it. If you haven't already seen it, probably in theaters or whatever, but let's go ahead and get ready to twist this. If you've ever twisted the baby balloon, then you're definitely going to know all about this. Pretty easy. I give it a quick spin for you, and it's sitting on a straw, just so you know. I get these plastic straws from the place I ordered. So thank you for being here, and aside from that, I'm also going to show you the art for that as well, as far as the little chest piece goes. And the mask, you could tell, wasn't that very hard. So let's go over the balloons that I'm going to be using. I'm going to use one red 260. You can see I leave about 4 fingers there on the end, and I give it a nice squeeze when I blew it up as well, so keep that in mind. A 160 orange, we're going to use that for the little hair. He has like a little mohawk, and so that makes it really easy to do it. And then I have this quick link baby head. It's the regular baby head, except now it has this little tail on the top. And probably if you're in time crunch, probably you can just color this orange. You'll probably still be able to get away with doing the little Jack that way. And so I decided that I'm just going to go ahead and use orange to do it in this case. And then the markers that I'm using are a black, a yellow, and a white. I only say the white in case you don't have the yellow to do the little logo on the chest. So, but I will use the white for the highlight in the eyes. And I actually have a pink one down here as well. I like to do that for the tongue and put like a little pink under the cheeks there, just for fun. Let me bring that one back up for just for a second so you can see. Actually, I just did pink down below there. The pink under the cheeks is for another design that I might show. It's Valentine's appropriate, or yeah, it's themed. So anyway, let's go ahead and start getting ready to twist. And so if it's your first time, welcome. I'm very glad you're here. If you've been here before, you already know I'm going to go ahead and bring the sound down. That way we can minimize squeaking, maximize teaching. Yeah? Alright. I'll do voiceover when we bring it down, and hopefully you can follow along that way. Okay, let's get to it. Let's bring that sound down. Here we go. Hopefully I won't speak too loud in this video. We're going to go ahead and start with the red. We're going to do a loop that's about 2 fingers, then we're going to do a pinch twist right after that. There we go. And so for some of you guys, this may be redundant, especially if you've been watching my videos for some time. You've probably seen this baby body or this idea, you know, used, and it just works really well. So that's what I like to do. Use as many times as I can, get as many different designs, change the colors, you know, just have fun with it. So we did a 3-finger segment there, a pinch twist, another segment, another pinch twist, and then another segment right there. Okay, so we have 3 segments so far. So what we did is we created our arm, our torso section, and we're gonna go down to the legs. So I did 3 sections that were 3 fingers. Now for the leg, I'm gonna use 4, just so we can have it, you know, just have the legs be longer than the arms, basically. That's all I was going for. And see, we go right across, we match it with another one, and we're gonna go back up, and we're gonna finish with the arm, and it's gonna be another 3 fingers, followed by a pinch twist and the end with the loop. There you go. And that'll bring that to an end, which makes it pretty easy. So what's going to be different about this time also is when we go to install the baby head. You could definitely take a scrap and pull it from pinch twist to pinch twist across, as in the traditional baby head installment. But in this case, I did not do that. I'm just going to pull the nozzle through, and because I have so much, you'll see here in just a moment. See that we got that done, looking good. We'll go ahead and get that baby head. There we go. And what's kind of cool though about this as well is, even though we may pull the nozzle through there and pull it to one side or the other, I try to make it stretch from pinch twist to pinch twist. You'll see in just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and tie it off, which is another thing I don't normally do when I'm twisting this for somebody. I usually do not tie it, but in this case I am, because I don't want it coming undone on me in the middle of stretching it across. So I'm going to go ahead and jam it in between those 2 segments there for the torso, and I'm just going to pull it straight to the side to one of the pinch twists and around, and hopefully I can make it reach back across to the other pinch twist as well. Okay, so you can see like I'm going off to one side, and then I'm going to try to go off to the other side as well. Okay, and you know, because the arms are there, that will help keep the head centered anyway, because in normal circumstances I really feel like the head would get pulled to one side or the other, but because the arms are just right there on the sides, you should be good to go. Okay, all right, And so the last thing we're going to do before we get to the art is we're going to create the little mohawk. And so you decide if you you try and make this that you could do one pitch to I almost forgot. I'm showing off the cutter that I'm using there. I had meant to put it on my pocket there. It's just going to be to cut the orange balloon in just a minute. But back to what I was saying here about you deciding how many bubbles you want to do here, how many pinch twists. You could do 2 and probably still be just fine. I just did 3 in this case, just to keep it uniform and consistent with what I already had. But it's really up to you. If you find success with using 2 bubbles versus 3, then have at it. It's just going to be a way to have that piece of the mohawk just stand straight up is all. So there we go. Okay, so we're going to break off that excess, and then we can go ahead and tie that off. And like I said, that's why I got my cutter, so I could trim that little buddy off. There we go. Keep it nice and clean looking. And so the last thing we're going to do here before we get to the artwork is we're going to take that link, that extra piece of balloon you saw, the tail on top, and just wrap it around those pinch twists at the bottom. That's going to help. See, there it is. It looks like a mini rocket. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and wrap that link right around the pinch twist there, and we'll be good to go. So stick around, learn all about the art, learn how to do the logo. It's not that bad, and the mask is really easy to do too. So all right, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching up until this point. Alright, so we made it to the end of the twisting. As you can tell, it's not that very hard to do. This is, just a knockoff of the baby body that's been out there, for a couple years now. And the only thing I left off was the diaper portion off of your regular baby body. And if you noticed here as well, well, I just kept it this way because he's wearing like a onesie. When I was looking at pictures, he wasn't wearing like the rest of the characters. They all wear the black tights. Yeah, and so he was just missing that part, and so I just left it like this. Okay, let's go over the artwork now. I'm going to go ahead and start with the mask, and we're going to do, I'll go ahead and put little dots there to indicate where I'm going to go with it, so you can kind of follow along there. Okay, so that's where I want the edge of the mask to end. You can see the dots that I hold up there just for a second. So when you're doing this, you can kind of pretend they're there. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go under the eyes just for a second. And again, this is just for, just to get you started here for the first time drawing it, kind of give you a guide. I'm going to go over his eyes here for a second. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, which is really neat, those dots that we did on the sides there, we're going to go up to the eyebrows. Actually, that's going to give us an idea about where we're going to go. So you see I'm going up towards the eyebrows there. Same thing on this side. There we go. And then we're just going to loop down in there so it's like one big unibrow, kind of. You can kind of see it that way, except it goes all the way down to the edge here. See, it goes all the way. Okay. And then we're just going to round off the bottom there, go over the nose, and meet up with the other one there on that side. There you go. See? That's going to be our little mask there. And then we'll go ahead and color it in real quick. Okay? Actually, before I color it in, let's go down here and talk about the little logo for the chest. So it's going to be an eye. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. There you go. So there's a little eye on his chest there. So now what I'm going to do is the top part, the circle of the eye, I'm going to make this like C shape. See that? A C shape. Like the letter C. So it's the middle of the circle there, and it's going to come all the way down to the bottom of the eye on the left side. For the right side, we're going to do a backward C, but this time it's going to start in the middle of the eye, the bottom portion of the eye, and it's going to make its way up to the top there. Okay? And then this section right here is going to get colored in black. So again, you do the eye, and then the top part of the circle here, of the portion of the eye, you're going to do a regular C, okay? And it's going to come down to the bottom of the eye.
the left side of the eye. Okay, and then for the top portion, find the middle of the eye here, the bottom portion of it there, and make your way back up to the top of the circle there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and color all this in real quick. The most exciting part of the video here is me coloring in this. But at least you'll know how to do it though, so that makes it kind of cool. And then when you go to draw it yourself, you'll be like, oh yeah, that's pretty easy. There we go. And then same thing for the mask. I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. I'm turning the marker on its side here. It's flat edge, so that'll help out a little bit. There we go. Just going at that half. There we go. Ooh. This one's such a funny. There we go. Good. Okay. Alright, and so let me go ahead and grab the rest of them here. I'm going to do the quick pink for the little tongue. And then we'll hit the white for the eyes. And I think Jack, the little character, I think his eyes are blue. But I just want to leave it there. Make sure you get a chance to see it. You could probably do some highlight on the mask, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that, nice and matted. So, so as far as the yellow goes, we're going to go ahead and color in the circle. There we go. Okay, and then we got the bottom portion. Good. All right. And then to finish the logo, what we're going to do is we're going to start at the top right here. You see a little dot there. I'll hold it up there so you can see. And we're going to go down the side here. And that's one side of the logo. Ta-da! And then we're going to start right there, and we're going to go up. Or you can start at the top and come down. It's really up to you. I'm going to go ahead and start at the bottom and make my way up. There we go. And then we are done. And if you're paying like real close attention to it, you'll realize the logo gets it goes from like a thick to like thin. So here it's thicker on these edges here, and it gets thin towards where the line ends. So that's something to keep in mind. Maybe that's not a big deal to you, but anyway, there it is right there. And last but not least, what I like to do is put them on a little stick, or if you don't have a little stick, should be easy enough to put them on top of a wand or something. If you do like a 3-flower petal, you can definitely put that on there. But you can see it's a little Jack. Not very hard to do, and you know, sometimes you put stuff on your menu that's just there for a little while, you know, before you move on to something else. Rotate it out and put something else in there. But at least you'll have something that you can offer aside from just the baby. Now you have a Jack that you can offer because of The Incredibles. So thank you very much for hanging out with me. Please rate, share, subscribe. That way you know when another video is coming out. But I thank you very much for sticking, just being here and sticking around and checking out the videos. So if you like what you see, I invite you to come back and watch some more. Alright, I'll catch you guys next time. Until then, happy twisting. Bye.